from Channel 18, and we're asking people about Timberland boots. Recently, Timberland boots has been found to be non-responsive to the minority community, meaning they don't have African Americans in higher management. They don't have contracts with African American minority-owned media businesses that to promote their product, and they don't deal with African Americans in the design and or research and development of their boot products. So what we're asking people is, if you found out that this information was definitive on the behalf of Timberland, that they were non-responsive to community reinvestment and giving sponsorships in the minority community, what would your support be of them?
It wouldn't be any support. I don't purchase them now, and if I did, I would stop. And I'd pass the information on to my friends. This company is not for us. They don't care about us, so why are we making them rich?
I have nothing else to add to that. Anything else you would like to add?
No, it's very simple. If you clearly know that a company does not support you, why support them?
Well, thank you for that comment. That's going on. I'm Andreas 13 from the African American News, and we're asking people about Timberland boots. Now, we know with all the things that's been going on, from the Tea Party to Black Lives Matter to Dump Trump to Hillary's is ugly. Okay, what we want to talk to people today is about companies that practice social justice to the communities that support them. Now, Missing 24 is a new community-based organization that is going to be dealing with targeted protests. Now, they're interested in having a targeted protest against Timberland boots. Now, what I'm asking you is, if you found definitive information regarding Timberland and they don't have African Americans in upper management, they don't provide contracts with minority businesses, African American businesses, and they don't give revenue to minority radio stations or newspapers to support their product, even when they research and develop the new products targeting minorities, would you support Timberland or would you support a boycott?
I would not support Timberland. Probably the boycott.
And because? Which one of those reasons is why?
Well, most definitely I would go for an organization that is supporting African Americans, especially the young people. African American, boys, they love Timberland, but then to find out that they're not, they cannot support what we are doing, so why supporting them?
Okay. Now, you sure? Because they don't even do any advertising with any minority-owned businesses, and I'm sure they are going to be found to not have any higher up managerial positions for African Americans. What about that impact as well?
Well, but then they need to. They need to start providing services. They need to start providing jobs and so forth, even scholarships.
Now, and if they don't, what should we do to Timberland?
Well, go after them.
Thank you. There you have it. Another person that says go after Timberland if they are found to not be socially conscious or practicing community reinvestment to the communities that buy their product. Basically, we're asking people, how would they feel if they found out that Timberland boots had no African Americans in their managerial up positions? They had no African American contracts for advertising or any type of research and development. How would you feel if you found that information to be non-conclusive? Would you support a boycott of Timberland?
I don't think so. Perhaps you should put in place a group of people to negotiate with the company in order to promote a black African American.
Now, if they didn't want to do that, would you be in support of a boycott then?
Well, I would not be too quick to boycott the company. One way or another, they bring business, and also they do pay a lot of people to work for them. So I will be very careful and very cautious in promoting a boycott.
Thank you for your statement. That was a good That was a good comment. Okay. Basically, there's a new organization called Missing 24, hashtag missing 24. And that's basically a boycott organization. And what they're saying is that, yeah, so what they're saying is that they feel that the owners of Timberland boots has been unresponsive to the minority community in as much as they don't do minority contracts with minority-owned businesses with their company. They don't advertise with minority radio or newspaper. They don't hire minorities in upper management. If you found this to be true with Timberland, how would your support go with Timberland boots?
I don't pay for Timberland boots.
Now, we see this gentleman here. He's in his job, and we're not going to show his face. So we're going to ask him. Now, you have a pair of Timberlands on while you're working, and I know that you need them. They're comfortable for your job. Now, what I want to ask you is if you found out that Timberland did not have any upper managerial positions for African Americans, if you found out that Timberland didn't do any minority commercial buying with radio or newspaper or television ads, if you found out that they were not giving scholarships to the minority community, would you support Timberlands anymore?
Well, I mean, before I do anything, I would want to know. I would inquire into why, or I mean, I just won't jump to something. Right. You know, a lot of times we hear something and we, it's more than it's two sides to every story.
It could be an internet hoax, right?
Well, no, I mean, it's two sides to every story. So I just don't want to jump to any conclusions without going to researching for myself. So yeah, I mean, but that's interesting that you said it, because now that you mention it, that's something that is, but that's something I would look into also.
So, but if you found out definitively once you did your research that Timberland was amiss in the community reinvestment of the community that supports it wholeheartedly with their dollars, would you be in support of a boycott if that information was found true?
Well, won't the best thing was to reach out to Timberland and find out, what's going to try to work with them, as opposed to just,
Well, obviously,
that's my mindset.
obviously, we're out here because that has been done.
Okay.
So now we want to bid the other question is, if they were found to have if you had conclusive evidence that they were unresponsive to reinvesting in a community that supports them wholeheartedly, would you be in support of a boycott?
That's an interesting question. Now you got me thinking, but
those look comfortable on you, though. Even though you guys can't see, they're comfortable on them.
They're comfortable. No, but a lot of blacks buy Timberlands. I mean, it looks like they market to the black community. Right. So, I mean, that's interesting, because then you have to. That's a lot of individuals in the black community that you would have to reach out to, because that's something. Like I said, that's something new to me as far as what they support and what they support as far as who's in their upper management. So that's interesting to me. Like that's something I would have to really research for myself.
Well, that's what we're doing. So thank you for your opinion. African American Media Network, Channel 18. All right, thanks a lot.